Hello everyone and welcome back to Sherry's Plant-Based Kitchen. I've been away for 3 weeks out in California. 1 week was a fun week with my girlfriends. We went out to Palm Springs and played pickleball for 5 days. Oh, did we have a good time? We cooked together, we laughed together, it was just wonderful. And then Dale met me in San Francisco after that little trip, and we stayed to take care of our sweet little 20-month-old granddaughter, Zoe, in California. We went to their place, and we had such fun. Dale, did you have a good time with Zoe?
We had a ball. She's so much fun.
What did you remember that was the funnest thing that she did with you?
She, for some reason, likes to pick flowers, except she doesn't know the difference between a flower and a weed. So she was picking a lot of weeds, which I think the local community appreciated since she wasn't on anyone's payroll.
I said she should be on the city's payroll with all the work that child does out in the fields, picking those weeds. But we had a blast. But we got home last night, and I'm sort of on Pacific time, so if I seem a little ditzy today, please excuse me, but I'm really tired. But as usual, my daughter Allison turns me on to the best recipes, and so we made this, I think, twice. It was so good I made it the next day too. And here I am home, just home from Whole Foods with all my ingredients to share with you. We're going to be making a California Chipotle Chop Salad with an Agave-Lime Vinaigrette. I'm telling you, this salad could be served at any restaurant and would be such a hit. And it can be a hit in your home too, with your family. So we're going to do that. But before we get started, I just want to remind everyone that February is a month when we pay attention to our heart. It's Heart Healthy Month. And as many of you know, I suffered a near-fatal heart attack almost 12 years ago. Can you believe that, Dale?
Yeah.
12 years ago. And I wrote about my experiences in my book called Staying Alive, Healing from Heart Disease, A Survivor's Story, which is available on Amazon. And I appreciate all of you that have bought the book and have shared it with loved ones because, you know, it's the month of Valentine's Day and we're all paying attention to love in our heart, but also pay attention to the health of your heart. Heart disease is still the #1 killer of men and women in the United States, and it is truly preventable and reversible. So let's all get on this bandwagon of eating whole food, plant-based foods to prevent this horrific disease that doesn't have to exist. Right, Dale?
Right.
Absolutely.
And you want to talk about the proceeds from the book?
Oh, absolutely. The proceeds, any money that I make from this book through Amazon, all of it goes to my Vegan Volunteer Corps, where we go down to a homeless shelter in the city of Chicago once a month and provide the residents, I think there's 48 residents right now of that shelter, with a whole food meal, something that many of them are not experienced in and are learning about, but we're teaching them through example just how to eat healthy and on a budget too, because when they get out of the shelter, of course, the goal is that they become self-sufficient and will be able to prepare food for themselves. So we're trying to help sort of plant that seed in their mind that they can do this kind of cooking and enjoy it and be healthy. So let's get started on the salad. So this comes from this cookbook called Chloe's Kitchen. And it's a wonderful cookbook. As I've said before, I've used it, but I omit all the oil in her recipes, and you do not need it in this recipe for sure. So we're going to make the dressing first. So it's an agave-lime vinaigrette. All we're going to do is take a 1/4 cup of lime juice, which I had squeezed, and it was in my freezer, so that's easy. And then I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of apple-cider vinegar, and I use the kind that says organic, raw, unfiltered, made with the mother. We're going to use this one, 2 tablespoons of this. There's 1, and there's 2. Oops, I dropped something. There we go. And then we're going to take 2 tablespoons of agave nectar. Now, if you don't have this, I think you could probably use 2 tablespoons of maple syrup as well. But we'll use this light agave nectar. 1, 2, and that's it. She adds olive oil in her recipe, but as I said, we don't need it. We don't want that because that is not good for our hearts. So we're going to just do it like this. I'm going to whisk it up and set it aside for the dressing to our salad. So all I did, before I went to the store, I said, Dale, can I put you in charge of the quinoa? We need you to make quinoa. So what did you say?
I said, sure.
He said, sure. And I said, now watch it because we don't want it to burn. So I went ahead and made probably 3 cups of quinoa, although I only need a half a cup for this recipe. But look what a nice job Dale did. So we're going to use this, and I'll freeze this in my freezer, the rest of it, because I'm sure I'll be making this salad tomorrow because I can't stop eating it. So we've got that. Now I took 1 head of romaine lettuce, and as you can see, I have finely chopped it up. There's 1 little brown piece, we'll take that out. I used a knife, and then I go back in with my clean hands, and I try to make sure that all the pieces are little, and take out any pieces I don't like. So that's 1 head of romaine lettuce, that looks good. And then before I went to the store, I took 1 can of black beans, 1 clove of garlic, and chipotle chili powder, and I sauteed this for 5 minutes so that the aroma would set in with the beans. And then all I'm going to do, they've cooled down, I'm going to throw them into the salad. I'm going to take my half a cup of cooked quinoa, throw that into the salad. I'm going to take 1/4 of a red onion that I've chopped up very fine and put that into the salad. 1 Roma tomato chopped very fine, and 1 ripe avocado that I've cut into pieces. Is that not easy? What do you think? Could you do that, Dale?
Probably.
I think you could. And then I'm just going to stir it all together, make sure I've got everything I need in there. Yes, I do. It also calls for cilantro that you can add in, but not everyone likes cilantro. I do, but I didn't buy it today. I don't know. I said, we'll just go with this. And I just simply take this wonderful dressing that I whisked up, and I'm going to just pour it in here. And then I continue to just incorporate it. My gosh, I wish you could smell this. I mean, the lime with the agave, the sweet with that tart. Oh my gosh, it's a phenomenal salad. So once again, Allison, my daughter in California, thanks for the great recipe. This is the salad we'll be taking to the homeless shelter next month, along with some sandwiches made with hummus and with some cucumber slices and fresh fruit. And I think we're going to do a split pea soup for them. And of course, some kind of dessert that's healthy. But there it is. Let me hold this up one more time so you can see it. My beautiful California Chipotle Chop with an Agave-Lime Vinaigrette. I will post this recipe in the description section on my YouTube channel. And thank you for watching once again. And I'll see you next time back in Sherry's Plant-Based Kitchen. Have a wonderful day, everybody.